Hi, my name is Kasia and welcome back to my channel. Remember I used to do that? Because I used to do like the dun 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 dun, like the Disney Channel thing, but then I tried to turn it into like the YouTube logo thing. Anyways, so I went ahead and I did my own box braids. I think they look pretty good. I've done my own braids before, but this is probably the best looking set. So I just wanted to come in and pop in real quick, give a little intro, because I don't know why when I started filming I kind of just jumped right into it. But if you want to see how I did my braids, please keep on watching. I had the Ruwa through like the 3 times the pre-stretched hair, so it's one less thing I have to do. And I got 5, so I have the color 30 and the color 4. I got 5 packs of each because I'm extra, but I know I'm not going to use all 10. I better not use all 10. And then I got these little braid holder, hair holder things off Amazon. So I have 2 of these. I'm going to use this to like pre-section the hair off, so that's one less thing I have to do as well, because I'm going to be at this for a long time. But I want to mix the colors, and then after that I'm probably just gonna I'm just gonna be doing a voiceover, just because that's easier. And I think this hair is 24 inches, so that's cool for me. So here I'm just showing you how I separate my braiding hair. So I'll take the however big of the piece I need. I'll split it into like 2/3 and 1/3, and the 1/3 will overlap to be like the same size as the bigger piece of hair, if that makes any sense. But I did speed up through a majority of this video, just because I wanted to be able to show you guys everything that I recorded from start to finish. I will slow down towards when I get to the top of my head, and I'll try to slow down and explain exactly what I do. But right now I'm just chilling, braiding, making parts. When I do my box braids, I make sure that each layer I do falls in between 2 braids. So for that bottom row, there's a little window of space in between each part, so I just make sure that the next braid for the next row falls in between that, if that makes any sense. That way my braids lay flat and they're not all laying on top of each other really bulky. And this is when I realized that I forgot to show you what kind of gel I was using. So I'm using just regular old Shine and Jam. And one thing you might notice a lot is I spend a lot of time towards the top of the braid, like throughout this whole process. It's just because I'm trying my best to tuck my hair into the braid, because it's so short. There will be pieces that stick out, but I mean, I didn't pay to get it done. I did it myself, so it's whatever. And I know this video is like really long, so I want to try to talk to y'all as much as I can. Just off the strength of like, maybe you don't want to just watch me braid to this instrumental for 30 minutes. And then like just give little tips along the way. So like, as you could see earlier, I try to make sure and gel the piece that I'm not working with back, so it's not in my way. And through this video you will see me like start over completely with braids, like once, twice, just because I wanted to show that like I'm not perfect, like, you know, I mess up and I have to start over. So I just wanted to make sure that it just didn't look seamless and I never messed up and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just gonna chill out just for a little bit, and I'm just gonna let y'all watch me braid, and when I feel like something should be explained, I'll be back. Okay, you see how it just boom and like there were parts made and hair slicked down? I ended up reparting the very top section of the top of my head, just from the top of my ear over to the other top of my ear. So you can ignore all that parting. I just wanted to section the front off because I was just gonna do the back and then the top was just gonna have to get done another day. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I did blow dry my hair before I started braiding just so I could get as much length as I possibly can. I just realized that my hair was looking a little longer than usual. So I did blow dry it just a little bit just to stretch it out, just to make it as easy as possible for me. And another thing I do, I don't braid all the way down. That way I can just get the braids installed and you can just walk around your house when you're not doing nothing and just braid the hair down. That's no big deal. But I just wanted to make sure that I got the braids installed and got that out the way. Then I could just go to sleep, and then if I wake up, I can just braid down while I'm doing whatever throughout the day. But how are y'all doing? That's what I want to know. While we sit here and watch me braid, how are you guys doing? Especially with things starting to like open back up. Please stay inside the house. Like, don't go outside. Please don't. Please don't be that person. Please. But I'm cool. I'm cool staying in the house. Obviously I gotta get out sometimes just because, you know, human nature, but like, let me know in the comments how y'all are feeling, how y'all have been doing. I would love to hear and interact with you guys. But I just wanted to make sure I popped in and said something that wasn't like explained in this video. Just, you know, gotta be personable, you feel me? And I just wanted to talk to y'all about something that wasn't hair. So feel free to talk to me in the comments about anything. Like, I'm cool, y'all are cool, let's be cool together. That was really corny. Okay, back to the video. I'ma just chill. We gonna watch me braid. We gonna have a good time. All right. Okay, so now we're at the top of my head. Parting gets a little difficult here, just because I want to make sure that everything is straight. So this row will just be straight across, and then the one after that, you'll see a little later that the way I parted it was kind of at an angle, just so the next two rows could be straight, so I could have like a perfect middle part without the row that's right next to my middle part, if that makes any sense. Just so the last row of braids wasn't at a slant, I just compromised like one row that would be in the shape of like a triangle. That way it gives me a cute side part anyways. So yeah, so I'm gonna be quiet, I'm gonna let y'all watch, and then I'll make sure I try to explain when I get to the top to show you how I actually install the braid. Okay, and you can see here what I meant by that part will be shaped like a triangle. I do that just so my next two parts will align up with my middle part. So that's what I mean, because I probably didn't explain that very well. But as you can see, the section was like fatter in the back and got skinnier towards the front. Okay, so I'm about to slow it down for y'all now. So what I do is I take my natural hair and split it into two. Then I take one of my two sections of my natural hair and I align it with the middle piece of braiding hair. Throw one of the pieces over. I know I switch like placements of my hands, it's weird. And then I begin to braid under. It's hard to explain, but it's easier when you watch. So I split my natural hair into two just because I feel like it gives me a little more security as far as the braid not slipping out because my hair is so short. But after I feel like I braid it down enough to where it won't slip, I go and I flip the braid over and I start braiding overhand. That way I can work on tucking my natural hair into the braid. So sometimes I'll just grab like a little more shine and jam and smooth my hair into the braid, and then I just go and like braid about halfway down. So maybe I should say a little something since I haven't really talked at all. I'm gonna work, I hear my arm stuck to me. So I'm gonna work on this side and I'll probably come back when I'm at the last row, just so I can focus and get this done because this is day 3 and it's 9:40 right now. So I wanna hopefully get this done tonight. So I'll just be back when I get to this top row, and then I'll try to do another close-up on how I braid down. So yeah, I'll be back. Last one. So last time I checked it was like 9:50, it's 11:37 now. So I'm really slow. But we almost done. Okay. And I'm probably gonna say it in the voiceover, but I like this hair because it's easier to detangle than like the regular expression hair. So it doesn't, obviously, it just doesn't tangle and snag as much. So that's great. But I'm just gonna do one more close up, then I'll go ahead and do the braid down. Okay, so now I'm gonna do it again. So same thing I did last time, split my natural hair into two and place the middle piece of the braiding hair over one of my sections of hair, and then just proceed to almost like a cornrowing motion. And then after a few, maybe after I braid like 3 to 4 times, I'll flip the braid over, and you see I'm adding a little more shine and jam, but eventually I'll flip the braid over, and that just gives me a little more control as far as me tucking my natural hair into the braid. Alright, and now I'm basically finished installing, so now I'm just braiding my hair the rest of the way down. So I'm gonna be back when I need to explain something. So my battery is either dead or dying. My camera is dying. So I'm gonna finish braiding these down, and I will be back when it's time to like dip them and all that. Boom, so now we're in my kitchen. We're about to boil water to go ahead and dip the ends of my hair to seal them. I just thought it would be cute to like film something like actually in my kitchen, like me filling up the pot and stuff. So boom, set the pot on the stove, light the stove, and let the water boil. In the meantime, while I did that, I made me a smoothie. It was good. So now I have my boiling water. Be careful because it's hot. When I go to dip my ends, I make sure I always have a towel with me. So while I dip my ends, I kind of have the towel over my face because the steam is going to hit you and it is going to be hot. So after I dip my ends, I dip the very ends. That doesn't make sense. After I dip my hair, I dip the very ends back in the hot water because they tend to kind of get crinkly from all of the like scrunching and stuff. So I'm going to show you in a little bit. See how they're wavy? I just dip them right back in and they straighten out. So yeah, that's it, that's all. I know I jumped around a lot of places in this video, but this is the final look of my braids. I know I have pieces sticking out. I'm not no professional braider, so it's better for me to do it. I have pieces sticking out than me to like pay to get it done and have pieces sticking out everywhere, so. But I just woke up not too long ago. These are my ends. This braiding hair is the softest braiding hair I've ever felt. But yeah, let me see if I can. Can you see where it goes to? Yeah. So the 24 inches, the braids in the back do like hit like the top of my butt. I do thank you so much for watching. Please like leave your feedback in the comments. Love that. Love that for me, love that for you, love that for us. We recently hit 300 and 400 subscribers. So we passed 400, we're at like 425 right now. So I thank you guys so much for all of the support. Let me put this back up. I thank you for all of the support you've been giving me. I truly, truly appreciate it. I am gonna try to be more consistent. So I do have a couple ideas lined up that aren't necessarily like beauty videos. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me do, you can leave that in the comments as well. I'm trying to leave my hair in protective style, so I'll probably do like a whole like protective style series, like whenever I switch my hair up. Whenever I do my own hair, I leave it in for about like a month. So I'll probably leave this in for about a month, maybe a month and a half, and then I'll do another one. So I'll make sure to film that one as well. But what was I gonna say? Don't forget I have social media, so I'll put them over the door. That way you can connect with me. I was supposed to say something else important. I don't think it was about the hair. Was it about the hair? Oh yeah, so I didn't put any so I didn't trim the braids. Because you know, usually like when you see the hair sticking out, like don't even worry about it. Usually when you get your braids done, like you trim all of like the hair that like sticks up from the braids. It wasn't too crazy, but when I do it myself, I never do that because it just takes extra time and I'm lazy. And I already spent 3 days braiding. Like I don't want to spend another like hour just trimming up the braids. But you can do that. Make your braids look a little more polished before you dip them. And I also didn't put any like mousse or anything on my head. Like I have so much shine and jam in my hair, I'll be fine until I like go to refresh them. But yeah, I thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. Talk to me. I love talking to you all, it's fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video.